I'm halfway through an around-the-world trip to Turkey, the Philippines, and Malaysia. I am crossing every time zone. And at each stop, we're working to boost economic growth that's inclusive, that benefits all people. In Kuala Lumpur, I'll discuss one of the most important steps we can take to grow our economies, and that's the Trans-Pacific Partnership. And I'm talking about the urgent and growing threat of climate change. A challenge, but also, I would argue, an opportunity. Temperatures and sea levels are rising, ice caps are melting, storms are strengthening. If we want to prevent the worst effects of climate change before it's too late, the time to act is now, and it is going to affect people's bottom lines. Agricultural production will be impacted if we do not get on top of this. Economic disruptions, we will be able to price the costs in serious ways. Already insurance companies are factoring it in to their determinations. And that's why in Paris, just 2 weeks from now, we have to come together around an ambitious framework to protect the one planet that we have while we still can. An ambitious agreement in Paris will prompt investors to invest in clean energy technologies because they will understand that the world is committed to a low-carbon future. That's a signal to the private sector to go all in on renewable energy technologies. And if we can get an agreement done, it could drive new jobs and new opportunities and investment in a global economy that, frankly, needs a boost right now. The possibility for us to start investing in clean energy, power generation that is sustainable, leapfrogging old technologies and getting into new technologies, all could provide an enormous boost, and there is a lot of capital out there looking to invest. And if we send a signal that this is something that every nation around the world is serious about, it can be an enormous generator of opportunity. And through the Green Climate Fund and other avenues, the international community is helping developing nations to adapt to climate change and, as I said, leapfrog over the dirtier phases of development. There is not a contradiction between growth, development, and being good stewards of the planet. They are complementary. And we have to break out of the mindset that says that if we're doing something about climate change, that slows growth. We have to accelerate. We see this not just as a challenge, but as an opportunity as well. Now, the problem is governments can't do it by themselves. The good news is that more and more companies are realizing that climate change presents a huge business opportunity. And we see this in America. Google, Apple, Costco are among the world's largest corporate buyers of renewable energy. Walmart, the old rules that said we couldn't grow our economies and protect our environment at the same time, those are outdated. And this is the way that the world is headed. It is inexorable, it is inevitable that we move in this direction, and I hope that the companies that are represented here see this as an opportunity.